Hello and welcome to Parkwood Off-Road Centre at Tong near Bradford for round 2 of the British X-treme Enduro Championship, better known as Eddys X-treme. The next sort of 10-15 minutes we'll be bringing you a trackside report in terms of the course layout this weekend. We'll also be giving you an up-to-date weather report and also speaking to some of the riders and the man himself, Paul Edmondson, better known as Fast Eddie. Let's see what's going on. Right, we're just with the main man, Paul Edmondson. Paul, another year at Tong. What's new this year?
Yeah, another year at Tong. What's new? Not a lot, if I'm honest, from last year. We got the course bang on last season, so what we've done for this year is done our usual, just tweaked it a little bit, made some bits harder, lengthened the track in places as well. So yeah, you know, done the tweaks and that, and obviously waiting for the feedback tomorrow from the riders.
In terms of the riders that are going to be here this week, I know in the pro class we've got two top names missing. Graham Jarvis and Johnny Walker aren't going to be here, but we've got some new boys coming on. Is that right?
Yeah, you know, we have got some new boys, and it's a shame obviously that they're not here. But you know, as we know now, we're trying to get the spectacle of Eddys X-treme for everyone, not just the pro riders. But it's real nice to see that because we brought the European Championship to Tong, we've got some riders such as like Marcus Kerr, a lot of German riders, some guys from Norway. And again, the Spanish guy Mario Roman. So, you know, it's nice that they've made the effort to come over. I know some of them have been supported by people to come here, which is really nice. And again, you know, let's not forget in our homeboys. You know, with David Knight on top of his game again, good to see. And you know, Tom Sager coming back into it. Paul Bolton, top extreme rider, and you know all the other guys like the Hemingways, and you know even there's 2 Edmondsons in there. So that would be nice to see.
I know that the events sell out so far. In terms of the course, I know we've got the waterfall in again for the pro class, the experts and the clubmen, and the rest of the course is going to be in for the morning races as well, I believe.
That's it, yeah. Like normal, nothing will change for the morning race other than the waterfalls out. Everything remains the same for both races. And yeah, you know, like I've said, I have tweaked it quite a bit. So there's some sections that we've widened, some sections that we've narrowed. But I think all in all, it's a good course again, and again ideal for this time of year.
I know we've still got about 12-24 hours near enough before the race starts. Is there still a couple of little sections that you're tweaking that possibly may be added?
Yeah, we have. As I said, we've added a couple of sneaky ones in there. So you know, and we've modified a few things. But I shall be out on the bike today and obviously see how it rides. It's weird, you know. You can set the course up, but as soon as the tapes go up, it just gives it a complete different feel. And I think, you know, today once I get out there, be James Jackman that will helping me. So yeah, we'll be out there having a bit of fun.
I think it's fair to say, I know a lot of reading one of Bob Mullins' reports early this week, and that when you are setting an extreme event up, you won't put anything in what you can't do. You prove the course before anyone's even allowed to go on it.
Yeah, you know, it's a hard, because I want to cater for everybody. But one thing I've always tried to do with my extreme events is, you know, is make sure that it's an extreme enduro, and it's not just like an event where, you know, it's too narrow in places where, you know, you have to get kind of lifted in and out. Pretty much everybody, even if they're a sportsman, they can ride round it. They might not get round fast as David Knight and people like that, but they can get round. And I think that's the key to it is, you know, if I'm in doubt, I just keep trying it. And the main thing as well is just to be obviously very optimistic with the lines and make sure that there's plenty of choice, which again, from the word go at Tong, we did it.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic weekend, and we'll let you get on with the final preparations.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Robbo. I'll be having a cuppa and getting out there. But no, thanks again to you guys and stuff, because you know we need the media interest in these events, and I'm sure for like we said, for the sportsmen, the vet riders, it's great. It's great that you guys are here.
It's a pleasure. Cheers. Okay, we're just going to have a look at some of the course now and see some of the harder sections of the course for tomorrow. Obviously, we're on the rock section at the top part of the course, and this line here is what I would call the chicken run, or the easier option, shall we say. And this in itself looks pretty extreme. When you'll come across to my left, we've got the harder route, which most of the pro class and expert rider would say are going to be having a go at from the bottom. as you can see, the water's flowing nicely from the stream, and you know, with this ice at the moment, hopefully it'll melt for tomorrow's race. Forecast is, you know, 7 degrees tomorrow, so all being well, most of the snow will have gone. But yeah, it's going to be tough. Nice. We're just with Ian Tyler Bond in the ravine at Tong. Ian, Tong's renowned for its ravines. You're looking at the course now. What are you thinking about tomorrow?
Well, what's it going to be like when we get here tomorrow? When you're on the bike, it's going to be a totally different ball game. We can all talk a good ride now. It's going to be when you're actually on the bike tomorrow. Yeah. Not being one of the better riders, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Actually, it'll be interesting. So you don't freeze up too much, and we get some traction up here. It shouldn't be too bad at all. Yeah.
I know it's forecast 7 degrees tomorrow. I think this area itself will be a bit of a problem area. Do you think for a lot of riders?
I think it probably will, especially the lesser riders. Last year we were all marshalled this bit, and I must admit I was that tired. We thought it would have been easier to erode it than it was to marshal this particular spot. So this year we've actually gone with the bikes.
What class are you riding tomorrow?
Sportsman. Yeah.
Likewise with me, I'm sportsman as well.
Well, you can pull me up and I'll pull you up. How's that?
We'll work as a team, shall we?
Indeed.
Nice talking to you, mate.
Likewise.
Tomorrow.
Thank you, and yourself.
All right. We're just in a deeper part of the forest now at Tong, and you can see this this section here. It's a downhill section. You know, for the lesser riders like myself, your first impressions are, oh, it looks a bit daunting. But when you actually get a close look at it and see, there is quite a definite line down to the left-hand side. But it's like anything, when there's about 30 or 40 bikes going down here, you might have to go for one of the rockier parts of the line. So, but again, that's something else to look at for tomorrow. Okay, right, we're just another part now in the forest, just at the base of a bit of a Land Rover track. But as you can see, the track's going to come down this bit of a steep descent onto the track into this this flowing stream, and then it's going to go further up into rocks to a tight right-hand bend. Okay, if you know Tong, then you'll know that on the left-hand side of the complex, the forest complex, is a big ravine with the flowing river and the waterfall. This is the lower part of that ravine, and as you can see, we've got one line across here coming down to the bottom, and then there's a big tree stump, and then obviously you've got to get back up somehow. So I think at the moment for me, I'll be looking at that middle line, but there are a couple of options over there, but there's a few deep ruts which are full of rocks, but again it looks fairly sketchy. There is one line on this top side which is full of loose stones. If you've got some good tyres on, you might just do it, but it's going to take some doing. But yeah, it's going to be challenging for me. This is one of the harder sections of the course itself. I don't know why, but I've always managed to sort of struggle on here, mainly because of the off cambers. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Right, we're just with Lee Hattersley. Lee, how are you doing?
All right, pal.
Good to see you.
Yes.
You walked most of the course already?
Yeah. It's tough, wet. It's going to be cold. Yeah. But
just looking at this section here, what's your thoughts? Initial thoughts on this?
it's tricky. Straight up there for me. That middle bit. Hopefully there's going to be no traffic, and pin it and get to the top.
That's it. Yeah. Are you riding Clubman tomorrow?
Yeah, Clubman tomorrow. Yeah.
I know you're quite a big fan of all Fast Eddie events, and you're doing all the X-treme series.
All X-treme, all Fast Eddie, GBXC. Should be good.
What bike are you riding?
350.
4-stroke.
4-stroke, yeah, KTM.
Anything special about it?
No, just me.
Well, good luck tomorrow, mate.
Yeah,
and we'll see how you get on.
Yes.
All right, Paul. Thanks for talking to us. Now, just with the main man, David Knight. David, how's things today?
Spot on, yeah, good. Weather's turned good now, and I think I got here yesterday afternoon and there was a lot of snow still, so it rained hard in the night and washed most of it away, so that's a good thing. I think the woods are wet anyway, so it won't matter with a bit more rain. I just don't like, it's not so bad in the woods, the snow, it's just on the rocks and stuff, like last year with the icy, so there's no ice anywhere, so I think it should be good.
I know you've dominated this event for the last few years now and you're quite familiar with it. Tong is a place that you like to come and ride?
No, I'm sick of it. But it's a good place. You sort of, you look forward to it, but then in a way you don't, because it's bloody hard. It not so much in a way that that you're getting stuck and pushing and stuff like that. It's just physically and mentally a hard place. It gets real rutty, and there's no let up anywhere. The whole race, for 2.5 hours is absolute, just constant. You never get a rest anywhere. On the parts where in the summer it'd be real nice for the trees and stuff where you could relax a little bit. It just gets big ruts and stumps and roots everywhere. So you're concentrating real hard for 2.5 hours, and it takes it out of you. So it's one of them ones that I do enjoy the place. I do enjoy riding here, but it's pretty tough work.
Your new deal with KTM UK, how's that going?
Yeah, spot on so far. I've not really. We've had one of the X-treme races already, and then obviously indoors we've just been riding on the 350 and that. That's going well. So yeah, I'm just enjoying my riding really. I like getting out when I can. It's tough to get out in the week all the time that I want to, but I'm getting up the woods and out in the beach and stuff like that, and just having fun when I'm riding. Working hard at it, but I'm just sort of enjoying it more than I ever have done. I think the pressure's off now. I've achieved everything I ever imagined, that more than I thought was ever possible. So I'm just having fun at it now and just enjoying the ride.
Yeah, I think people have said that you do look a lot more relaxed this year and a lot happier than last year. Super Enduro, we'll talk about that now. The last round in Germany, again a second overall, which was a good result for you. A few little problems though, which cost you a win on one of the races. But how are you feeling?
Yeah, again, I didn't expect. A lot of people expected me to struggle, I think, and I didn't expect to struggle. I knew I'd be thereabouts, but I didn't think I'd be so close to winning. Super Enduro, you've got to work real hard at it, and I've just not had the time to do it. Everything was last minute, and I've said it before. I've just sort of not done the prep like I did last year. Last year I was probably on a worse bike to what I am now, in terms of it was a good bike. The little Sherco was good last year, but it didn't have enough power for me, and it was like I really lacked on power getting out the gate, and but I could ride it fast, But you need to be out the gate and gone with the front couple of boys. I won races now on it, but it's just, I think with the 350, it's just made it easy for me now. I've got the power there when I need it. Bit harder to hold on to, so in a qualifying lap, you can hold on the thing and let it have it. It's quite hard work, there's power in them things like a 450 now, but in the race I can just I've got the power there when I need it, and I just find it easier to what I did, and obviously it's suiting me because I'm riding pretty good on it, but anything can happen in it, I'm sort of, it's a tough series to do, with a lot of other things, these races going on and that, so I can't focus like I would on them. But again, I'm just enjoying them, and what'll be will be. I'm sort of playing at it a little bit more than being serious like the other guys, and as long as I'm having fun at the race, then it doesn't matter if I ride. I think if I ride 5 days a week or 1 day a week, if I'm having fun at it, I don't think it matters too much, to be honest. I'm just go there, and if the track suits me and it suits the bike, then I'll have a good do at it.
Next week is the next round of the Super Enduro in Finland. Yeah. This is obviously going to be a good warm up for you for that event.
Yeah, you ride around the same track at home and you get bored of it. Super Enduro, because you've got a minute lap and you're going around it. When you go out training, you do 2 hours on it and your head's falling off with getting bored. So races like this is the best thing for me. Like 2.5 hours around here hard. Like Heads of Valley, same thing. We had an indoor a couple of weeks after that, and it just did me the world of good. And hopefully this will do the same. Have a good blast around here. I look at it as training more than anything. These events, I just go and do it and push myself as hard as I can and try and tire myself out as much as I can.
I'm sure you're going to have a fantastic weekend. We'll be following you, and watching how you progress tomorrow in the main event. And I wish you good luck.
Cheers, bud. Thank you.
All right.
See you.
Right, we're just at the final part of the course that we're going to look at today, and that's going to be the head up to the waterfall section As you can see, it's quite a steep drop here into the bottom of the ravine, and then making a left turn up towards the waterfall. The river at the moment is flowing quite strongly, because obviously with the snow we've had recently, it's thawing out. So it's going to be very wet down here, I can say that, and you know, quite daunting for those who aren't used to riding such conditions, I would think. But it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. Okay, we're just with Liam Radcliffe now. Liam from Harrogate. New 2015 bike, yeah, KTM 300. Yeah. First race at season.
Well, yeah, after Edge of the Valley, it was a bit of a disaster, really, wasn't it? So, first race back, can't wait, really. It's 100% fit, been full-on training with H-Hour Boxing Gym in Harrogate with Rob Smith, who's my coach, like, so I'm gonna, hopefully he's done me well.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Liam had a bit of an injury at the Edge of the Valley where you came off in the prologue, didn't you, and bashed your shoulder up?
Yeah, I dislocated my AC joint in my shoulder, which I wasn't too happy about. 4.5 hours in A&E in South Wales, which, you know, it happens, done it, but for the prologue, for the Saturday, it was a bit of a disaster, to be honest with you.
Let's just talk about your bike now. I know now this year, for this season, you're sponsored by Q-Tech, with Q-Tech products, should I say. Just want to tell us what you've got on the bike in relation to that company.
Well, I've got foot pegs, I've got a rear brake lever, got the rear disc guard, steering dampener lock, I've got the front disc guard, I've got the gear lever, got the pull handle. What else have I got? I've got the chain guard rail on the back. Really.
This weekend, are you riding Clubman or Expert?
Riding Clubman.
You're Clubman, obviously for an X-treme event, you're just dropping down a class. So yeah, we wish you well tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
You know, we'll be following you later on this year and looking at the you know, some of the Q-Tech stuff and see how it's working out with you.
Yeah.
And all the best for the season, mate.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Cheers. Right, that's it for today at the moment. As you can see, the paddock's filling up nicely behind us for tomorrow's event. You've seen some of the course. The weather forecast is good. We're looking at some cloud and 7 degrees. So it's going to be quite warm down here in the woods. So it's going to be thin clothing for me, I think, tomorrow. But just to leave you with a little bit of something. This is how Paul Edmondson does the waterfall. Like every good organiser, if you're laying this track out, you need to be able to ride it, and the organiser can ride it. And if he can do it, other people can do it as well. So here's a little bit something to finish on. We'll see you in the morning. Take care. Right, we've got Fast Eddie coming down into the stream section now. Just having a go at the waterfall. See how he gets on. Just dropping down the steep bankment and into the river. This is sort of thing you've really got to attack. Let's see how he gets on here. Nicely done.